So, I found out that day who was taking all the cantaloupe, and it was this one incredibly, like, self-centered woman who was like, oh, I'm going to take all of this cantaloupe for me. Forget all the other people in line behind me. And you want to know, if that doesn't boil your blood enough and just make you want to hit something, would you like to know what this lady's name is, Studdelston? Pretend that you didn't hear the story already.
I already know the answer to this story.
But would you like to know this lady's name?
Of course.
I am not falsifying this. This lady's first name was Karen.
They exist. They are a breed. They are a subset of the human race.
They are a breed, and she had no shame whatsoever. She took all of the cantaloupe, the gold, the star of the show, and she decided she needed all of it for no reason other than greed and gluttony.
Minecraft is an amazing game that has helped me through my darkest time. I've made this world my own, created an expression of myself, and have many friends come and leave their place in it. I invite you to join me and my comrades as we adventure, build, and grow together. Welcome to Stud State. Brought to you in part by The Amateurs. We're bad, so you don't have to be. Well, howdy, amateurs. Welcome to a new video of Stud State. And today will be slightly chiller of a video, less directionary, if directionary is the word. If you don't already know, Minecraft 1. Or for context for this video, Minecraft 1.18.1 just came out, and my Optifine, aka Pretty Minecraft, is not caught up, so this is why you're seeing a vanilla Minecraft look on my screen for the first time in bloody forever. Today, I don't have much update show. I do have my house that I've built on Pandora that I'd care to show off. But then I'm going to collect some materials and start working on a tower that I've been planning out. But really, what we're doing today is hanging out, and I have PorpleMongoose here with me today, and we are going to discuss a Reddit post. But if you're not familiar with them, there's a host of Reddits known as Am I the Asshole or Choosing Beggars and stuff, with some funny stories, and we love hearing them, talking about them, discussing them, and we have one today that PorpleMongoose found on Instagram that we'll talk about, and then if we have time and the drive to do it, we might pull up a YouTube video to share. If you would like to introduce yourself for the day.
Howdy, y'all. Yeah, it's me checking in again, PorpleMongoose. I did find this interesting Reddit story, and like Stud said, we often find the stories, and we will have sometimes heated discussions over them. So, hi, sir.
It's an endermite.
Yes, this is the first time I'm killing one. Okay. I got off track. What was I talking about? Hey.
I was just helping you out.
You're helping me out?
You're talking about the Reddit story.
How kind of you.
No, I'm on fire.
Sorry, just helping you out. You seemed a little cold. So yeah, there's this Reddit story that... Okay. Reddit story that I found that, I think is interesting, and I wasn't really sure how Stud here would feel about it, so we started talking about it, and then we both realized this would make an interesting commentary style video. So, we're here now.
Whoop. I'm turning Mongoose down just a little bit because her voice is peaking slightly. Okay. So that should be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off my house. I'll show off the finished cyclic house, and then I'll go out and start gathering materials for the tower I was talking about, and then we'll start our discussion. So if you remember in the last video, I showed off this little pillar that I said I'd build the front half of the house, and then build it back. So I went with this little overhang design using the dark wood from the area and some stone to finish off the face. Cyclic actually introduced me the idea of using these crystalline blocks to make cool sounds if you're flying in on Elytra, because as we've talked about before, we fly around a lot in Pandora. Then going back, I broke up the walls using stair of different patterns in glowstone, so it looks nice and put together, but like just chaotic enough to be appealing, but like just orderly enough, you know, good balance with glowstone to break it up. I went and collected iron and gold to make veins in the ceiling, and I tried to make a subtle transition to the deep slate vibes as we go back here, using different kinds of deep slate ores and then blocks. I transitioned to, I really like this archway, and I transitioned to a simple bedroom. I'm not going to add, I might come back and make subtle changes here to make it look more lived in, but I'm not trying to set up the island back up on here on Pandora. This is just, a lot of this is just for show, if that makes sense. So let's take a look at the finished, or mostly finished, cyclic place. Boom. So he went for a hanging design, as you saw from before, but he's taken away the dirt and stuff, so it looks more like the finished product. And this definitely looks more like a base than mine. He has a little doggo. A very open concept, but like, I really appreciate what he's done here, so I respect the design. Those were just on. Anyways. And yeah, he also has a sound thing. Very well.
Amethyst blocks.
Amethyst blocks, yeah, that sound thing. How elegant I am.
You said crystalline earlier, and I was like, do I correct him now, or?
It's technically not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, well, I'm going to start collecting some wood and materials. If you would like to, how do we want to introduce the red story? Do you want to just read it off word for word? I can put it on the screen.
I think, yeah, I like the put it on the screen idea, just because, like, if we read it out, it's gonna take forever, and yeah, like, and I might skip over some things, miss some details. So
okay, so at this point, I will find a way to find the post and put it on the screen while I'm sitting here working, and then we'll refer when we're talking, like, we're obviously referring to the story itself. So, and I'm resisting the urge to summarize it, but we'll just pretend like the viewers like know what's up by reading the story.
Well, we can do a quick summary, like an abstract.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
And if they want to like split hairs, then they can go and read.
If they want to leave in the comments what we got wrong and why we're wrong with our judgment. Oh
yeah, like that's part of why I wanted to do discussion things like this.
Yeah.
To facilitate conversation. Like, I'm dumb as shit, and Mongoose here is sometimes not all here. So we're sometimes not all here. So we appreciate, you know, the discussion, and we grow together, and it's pretty cool. So definitely tell us how dumb and stupid we are.
Well, maybe don't like lay it on us, but you know, we look forward to hearing the feedback for sure.
You leave nothing held behind. I would like your most sincere.
No, you can be nice to me. You can put yourself on r/roast me, but I will be reserved and say no, that's okay.
Very well then.
So yeah, would you like me to do the overview type thing?
If you would care to.
Sure. So basically, it was this post about this woman was out with her boyfriend at a nicer place, and I think they're in their 30s or something like that, and she had a kid from another relationship, but he wasn't with them on the date, and she did a little bit of background about how, like, you know, she grew up, she grew up, you know, single mom with this kid, like, didn't really have a whole lot of support, and kind of received blowback from the people that, like, were surrounding her. And she had been in a very similar situation to what was happening a couple tables over, where it was this new mom. She was there with presumably her boyfriend as well as her boyfriend's parents at this nice restaurant with her little fussy kid. And, you know, the kid was just getting, like, you know, progressively angrier. Nobody was offering to help her, like, you know, calm the kid down. And eventually the woman was like, okay, I'm going to breastfeed my kid because clearly he's hungry. And all of a sudden it was this hullabaloo, like, what? You're going to breastfeed here at the table? Like, what? That's disgusting. Like, don't do that. Like, just shaming her. And so OP had been in a very similar situation to this girl, and she was just getting more and more upset. And her boyfriend was sitting there telling her to leave it alone, like, just, you know, let them attend to their own business. And finally, after, you know, after the girl, like, had been through this humiliating thing of them yelling at her for about to be breastfeeding her kid, she stormed over to the table and was like, you know, y'all could offer to help her, and just, like, being really fiery and extremely loud about it, you know, about these people not supporting their assumed daughter-in-law. And, you know, eventually OP went back to her table, and her boyfriend was extremely upset at her and demanded that she apologize for embarrassing him in public like that. So we were just discussing, like, you know, was she an asshole in the situation? Was the boyfriend an asshole? And just stuff like that. So if you would like to give your take, Studdelston, since I've been talking for quite a while.
Yeah. So when I'd care to think I'm pretty logical minded, and I generally give people, like, the benefit of doubt. So the first thing I did when I read the story was, okay, there's definitely different facets here in different places. I definitely believe that two wrongs don't make a right, you know? So a lot of these stories, the people have a good intention, but the way they handle the good intention is generally not the best way to do it, you know? So I respect the feelings that the woman had in going and stepping in, but I have to give her, like, 2 out of 5. And when I say 2 out of 5 buttholes, we have a favorite YouTuber called r/Reddit who
yeah, his name is r/.
r/. So we're referencing him.
He has a rating system of, like, how many out of 5 buttholes he gives the person in the situation.
Yes, we're definitely ripping him off, but we're not trying to take credit for it. I'll try to reach out to him and, like, be like, hey, do you mind if we reference you? So as soon as we find out that if he doesn't care for us referencing him, we will stop. So, like, if any of you happen to know him or, like, know of his channel, no, we're not trying to rip him off. We're definitely, like, we're definitely referencing him. We're not trying to take his thunder there.
No.
You know.
Well, I mean, the fact that we're not, like, I don't think that he would care, because, you know, we're shouting at his channel and stuff like that, and we're being honest with, you know, where we get the rating system from. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But
okay, and we're definitely going to be listening to his videos. We're not all the discussions we'll have is from Reddit posts or Instagram posts. So putting that out there as well.
Yeah.
So cool. Just putting okay. So we're giving her, like, I want to give her 2 out of 5 buttholes, because that is just getting angry like that is just never the way to go. Sometimes getting angry is necessary to get your point across, but that was not one of those situations. So that was my first take. My second chunk is how her boyfriend was handling it. And I'm splitting his motives up into 2 chunks. Is it okay for you to take the position that you want someone to apologize for something they've done if you feel like you're wronged, and the way he handled that, and then whether or not this was something I believe he should have, like, sat down and said, no, this is wrong, you shouldn't have done that, you know? I thought about that in 2 different ways. And I respect the fact that he had felt slighted, and he was like, okay, I feel like I've been wronged here. I would like you to apologize for it because I didn't like your behavior. But I don't like the way he went about it because as far as the Reddit post says, he like stopped talking to her and was like, okay, I'm not talking to you. You have to go and apologize before we want to have any more communication, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, because you have to assume other people operate under good intention, you know? So if PorpleMongoose did something that I found embarrassing, I would have to assume that she did it out of good intentions and that she thought she was doing the right thing. And if I assumed she was like incompetent and dumb, then
we wouldn't be where we are now.
Right. So if PorpleMongoose did something that was like, oh, that was so dumb, you needed to apologize for it, then I would talk to her about it and explain to her why. I wouldn't just expect her to blindly do it, because I would assume that if she did something, she would do it under like good logic, you know. So I wouldn't expect her just to blindly accept me telling her that she needs to go apologize for something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but the two-way conversation is super important for situations like that.
Yes, so I did not like the way the boyfriend handled this situation. So I'm giving him also like a 2 out of 5 buttholes for it. And then the family, and then I guess I should address the family and the way they treated the girl. I'm not a father. I'm not a mother. I don't know what it's like to have children. So this opinion of mine is probably the least valuable. You know, I'm putting it out there. So I don't know how to handle family structure, like completely out of my mind. I would like to assume there was what's the term?
Nuptial?
Yeah, like something along the lines of they have a general agreement of how they want to handle their children and everything. Like the fact that I would care to think that the way they were doing it was just a pre-set up, agreed upon thing. You know, we're going out, you're handling this child, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. You know, that's definitely a benefit of the doubt kind of thing. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not arguing for gender roles or anything. This is just, you know, I hope that that's what it is. So the fact that, you know, the mother was taking care of the child here, you know, some people would take the position that to give them grief for it. It's like, oh, you know, why is the mother taking care of it when you're all out doing stuff? You know, blah, blah, blah. If they agreed upon that, they agreed upon that. If they didn't, you know, that's their relationship. That's something that the mother needs to, like, stand up for. And, like, hey, I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. You know, so I'm assuming the way they're going about it is an agreed upon thing. That being said, personally, would I have a family structure set up that way? Like, no. You know, having a crying baby is annoying as shit. You know, I've never babysitted. You know, I don't have siblings that's young. I just can imagine that having children crying like that is annoying, and I would definitely not expect my significant other to be the sole arbiter of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and the fact that the family was like, hey, you know, why expecting her to completely take the brunt of it is like, gross. And then the way they handle the breastfeeding, I was kind of like, huh, when that was mentioned, mm-hmm. Because I don't mind that people breastfeed in public. Like, breasts are definitely a sexualized thing, and that's why some people are like rude about it. But like, it's obviously like supernatural that you need to feed a child that way sometimes, you know. There's definitely times and places, but I think there's a conflict here, and why would they be taken so aback if that's a common occurrence that she does it in public, you know? Perhaps that was like one of the first instances that she had to try to do that. And that's a conversation they just didn't have before, And I think specifically that bit isn't like an asshole on him or her. It's like, why didn't you have that conversation before? Should they have been an asshole about it? No, but like, obviously there wasn't like a communication going on about it.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree that, like, people make a big fuss about it, and I don't agree with the fuss. Like, it's how else, like, would you rather the baby starve? Like, she has to, that's her baby. Please just kind of don't make a big deal out of it just because your comfort levels, oh no. But yeah, I don't know. Did you have anything more to say, or was that the end of your...
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to point out, that it's just there's an obvious lack of communication on both of the structures, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just all around lack of communication is probably the biggest issue.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll probably start off with my POV, then POV your PorpleMongoose. What I think, basically, I give the girlfriend 1 out of 5 assholes, just because, like, I'm a very, like, quiet, reserved person. I don't typically stick my nose in other people's business, and I'm not very fiery when I do. Like, I'm pretty relaxed and chill. I do think that, she, as the mother was getting, like, more frustrated and, like, was not getting the support that she needed, which, granted, as you said, like, that may have been a discussion beforehand, but, like, just not talking about it at all as she's sitting there, like, trying to make the baby stop crying, that, to me, shows a severe lack of empathy, regardless of any, like, discussion that you've had beforehand. And then, with the breastfeeding thing, like, she was literally there just taking care of her baby. And, she, assuming that they were in the middle of the restaurant and, like, it would have been, a journey to the bathroom. Like, she would have taken that baby, like, potentially to more, potentially past more tables, and then, just would have been more annoying all around. And plus, why does she have to be banished to the bathroom for doing something that I think we all have a pretty good clue what she's doing?
Right.
And, bathrooms aren't the cleanest places in the world. I would be nervous to take my baby in there and, do such a necessary thing. Like, I would be thinking about germs and, what if my baby, is exposed to something that, they probably wouldn't have been exposed to if I was just allowed to breastfeed at the table, and be, not have people be weird about it. So, but I mean, with OP going up to them and, like, storming and, going in, like she did, I think probably I would have done it a bit differently. Granted, I'm not in that situation, but I probably would have, been slightly more quiet about it. Maybe just talked directly to the mother and, just been like, hey, I've been there, like, no judgment. Like, do you want someone to sit with, or, like, are you getting the support that you need? Just being, like, slightly more tactful with it. Maybe talked a little bit to the family, just been like, hey guys, like, what's going on? Is there, like, a reason that you're not helping her out? But I probably wouldn't have yelled so much. The boyfriend, I think 3 out of 5 buttholes, because I don't know if I mentioned this in my overview of the story, but OP has a kid, the boyfriend apparently does not want anything to do with kids. The child is not his. Like, the kid came from a previous relationship. So I'm seriously questioning, like, why was he with her to begin with? Like, I don't know what exactly he was going to do about that. So, that to me just shows not a whole lot of comprehension there, critical thinking skills on his part. And then the way that he demanded an apology, and did not, offer a two-way conversation with OP, and just saying, like, you embarrassed me, like, it was like just making it all about himself and stuff like that, when like, OP didn't, like, make him get up and do it with her or anything like that. She did her own thing, and I yeah, I think in this situation, I think he was arguably a close second behind the family of the girl at the table with everybody else. So yeah, 1 out of 5 for OP, 3 out of 5 for her. In an update to that post, they said it was her now ex-boyfriend, so thank goodness for that, because they were not compatible at all. But and then I guess for the family, yeah, probably 3.5 out of 5 buttholes, just because, you know, didn't need to shame the girl for doing something that she's supposed to do and is expected to do in order for her baby to be well taken care of, and, you know, and just the overall lack of empathy. So that is my soapbox, and I will get off now.
Very well. I do want to open up some of your points to discussion. Like this is just to learn more about, or I guess just for discussion's sake.
Yeah.
Are you potentially projecting too much on the relationship of the girlfriend and boyfriend, and giving too much to the boyfriend for that? You know,
Too much.
you are judging the boyfriend in part for his potential intention in the relationship, and giving him more negativity for that. And I think that is unfair for you to assume his wants and their and his relation to the situation. You know, he may not want kids, okay, but that I don't think that affects his role in the wanting the apology and what the girl did, if that makes sense.
Well, I guess, yeah, I see where you're coming from, and that was more of a point of, like, just why is he with her to begin with? Like, why are things like this just now coming up when there's slightly bigger, in my opinion, issues at hand? So
that's fair. I just think it's I'm not going to say it's completely not relevant, like, because the intentions in his relationship is definitely relevant for the apology section of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's as relevant for the actions of the girl itself, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I just think the issues, while connected, aren't necessarily one-on-one, and to say they give him the 3 out of 5 is not fair for him, because the girl, the girlfriend is being judged on the 2 different accounts separately, while you're judging the male on both accounts compounded, if that makes sense. At least that's what it feels like.
Okay. At what point would you say I separated the girlfriend on 2 counts?
Well, the apology chunk and her action chunk are just, I might need to think about how to articulate it, but it feels like you're separating them more for the girl than for the male.
Okay. I won't rule it out, but I guess I'd like to know, like, at what point you believe I was biased in that manner.
Okay, yeah. And I could be wrong. You know.
Open discussion.
Sorry, I'm counting.
What?
Sorry, I'm counting.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
I'm building up here, and I'm trying to keep things even.
I gotcha.
Uh,
I found a stray bee, and I'm going to lead him back to the hive that I just spotted. He's in the wrong part of town.
Wrong part of town. Yeah, when I got this feeling that when you were evaluating the girlfriend's chunk and all of it, that you were giving her benefit of the doubt for her position more than you were giving the male. You know, not that you were demonizing him, but when you learned that he doesn't care for children, which is a completely valid thing for someone to not care for,
mm-hmm.
you treated him or you gave him more shit for it, and for that being connected to the situation than I would have, you know. Maybe we could evaluate his intentions in the relationship, but I'm not going to think negative of him for caring for the girlfriend and still not caring for children, you know. Some people, I'm not saying that's the best way to have a relationship at all, but I'm not going to think so negative of the male for that, if that makes sense.
Okay. I had a point, but then I started flying with my elytra, and I forgot it as soon as I started flying.
Rough.
Okay. Yeah, bark.
Oh, well, the rough, I was in like, oh, that's rough, dude. Not necessarily a bark.
I know. That just came out of my mouth. That just instant. You know that point earlier about me not being the smartest? Yeah, there we go.
Oof.
Or just No.
What? I figured I'd help out.
No. Made it worse.
Anyways.
Okay. Okay, so your point was, like, I shouldn't be judging him just because he's in the relationship because he doesn't want kids.
Yeah, like, that's definitely, you can, like, evaluate him for it, but I think that should be more outside of the evaluation of the situation than what you took how you evaluated it. And I could be wrong. You can, like, definitely handle it how you want to, but it's my skill and your skills are further apart, I think, because of that.
Yeah. I think the reason that I'm judging him, I think, you may be right, I may be judging him slightly more intensely, but the reason that I'm doing this is because, like, she already has the kid. That's not something that you can really compromise on. Like, that's done and done. Like, that's, like, I do think that that's, you know, very, very suspicious and not well thought out of him, because, you know, like, OP frames it as though, like, he knows that she has a kid. So, you know, what interest does he have in the relationship? If he does not want children, and, like, you know, hates kids, doesn't want them, like, why would you get involved with someone that does have a kid? Why would you put, you know, both your, at the time, girlfriend and yourself through that situation, even though it very likely, logistically, was not going to work out? Like, if he's that vocal about it, that he doesn't want kids and doesn't like them, then
I would argue the flip side, honestly. Why would she entertain someone who doesn't want children if she knows she's looking for someone to help out with a child in her life? So, valid point, like, good points for, like, figuring out the relationship between the two, but it goes both ways, in my opinion. She's entertaining him just as much as, if she's as vocal, then she knows it, but is still entertaining the boyfriend in the situation.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So, I'm not justifying for the boyfriend. I just think it goes both ways if you're going to talk about that way.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, so thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Have we talked ourselves out?
I think we just, like, went down a rabbit hole. I'm just kind of evaluating to make sure that we, like, addressed everything.
Yeah. Did you agree with my assessment of the family in the situation?
Yes and no. Remember, I took the stance that I would like to assume that there was a conversation that, like, or some kind of previous understanding of what. Yeah. So I'm not saying, like I said, I wouldn't set my family structure up that way, but I have to assume that since it exists, that there was some kind of, like, back and forth and agreement of how things would happen. So I can judge them personally, but I'm not going to call them assholes if that's the resolutions they came to. Shaming her and carrying on, that's never good. But if that's a new if it's something that she does, like, in parks and stuff, and that's something that she does around the house, then I would be like, wow, that's kind of weird for them to, like, just randomly carry on about. But if it's something that she had never done before, then, and she doesn't know the comfort level, and I know I'm getting into hot water there because, you know, like I said, people feel weird, have differing opinions about breastfeeding in public. And I'm not saying it's good or bad, but since it's known that people have differing opinions, whether it's good to have negative opinions about it, I'm not arguing. The fact that there is disparity around it, to not have that conversation beforehand is bad on both the mother and the family's part. You know, they can't get angry if they've never talked to her about it. The wife can't get annoyed if she's never talked about it. You know, communication.
Mm-hmm. Well, she wasn't annoyed was the thing. Like, or wait, when you say wife, do you mean like OP in the situation or the girl at the table?
The girl at the table.
The girl at the table. Okay.
Yeah. Like this, I'm assuming that there wasn't a good conversation, and because there wasn't good conversation, I it's like, kind of bad on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the thing, that like the girl at the table like was just sitting there taking it. I think was how OP described it. Like she wasn't arguing, or she was just like getting like red in the face and embarrassed from it. So there was no like communication of like, oh, you know, hey, could you maybe go to the bathroom? It was, what are you doing? Like, just, you know.
So quick divergence. Look up. Do you think that's a wide enough top, or should I go wider still?
I can't see.
Okay.
Go to.
You might fly because it's pretty tall.
Okay. Yeah, I absolutely could not see that. My render distance is too low.
Very well.
Okay. So what you asked if it was not wide enough?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
I think this is perfect. I think this is a pretty good size.
Okay, cool. It looks small from here, but that's to be expected, I imagine.
Yeah. I was gonna say like maybe make it slightly smaller, but like honestly, for all the way up here, it's gonna look small. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that all the is that all the points that we wanted to go over from the story?
I think so, yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm still building and carrying on. Do we want to find a new story or what?
I can go on that venture if you want.
Very cool. My screen will have me slowly building, and then when PorpleMongoose here figures out something that's interesting, then...
Ooh, should I go to... There's an account that I sometimes like to go to called Toxic Reddit on Instagram. Should I stop by there and read one out, or...
say that again, please.
Toxic Reddit is the name of the Instagram account that, like, it's dedicated to, like, really either really, really messed up situations or really, really messed up people writing these stories.
Ooh.
There's lots of other accounts. Like, there's an update.
Will it... I'm just saying, will it give good conversation, or we just want to sit here and go, wow, this is disgusting, you know? That's my thing.
Well, there was one time that I sent you one that you were like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if he's that toxic, like the account framed it. So.
Okay. Very well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, maybe it'll just be that much polarized because, like, oh, this is toxic. It's like, oh, well, no.
Maybe. Okay. Do you remember, like, the story that I'm talking about?
I don't remember that story.
It was the person that commissioned an art piece.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that was we talked about that one.
Yeah,
we were both like.
That's on the Toxic Reddit account, and everyone in the Instagram comments was like, "What is wrong with this person?" But you were like, "Well, da 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 da," and stuff like that. Oh, there was a scaffolding that fell down right in front of me. Okay.
Yes, I forgot. That's really funny.
I'm not expecting that.
I forgot that they have like a limit of how far they'll go.
Yeah, it just
just kind of dropped down. Lord.
Lord.
What are you doing down there?
I'm just sitting at the base, chilling with this goat, reading.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very well. Oh. Meh.
You okay? Oh, it just... Okay, well... There's more scaffolding on me now. Are you littering on me?
Not purposely. I just don't use scaffolding a lot. Very well.
Yeah, I don't want to read this one out. That guy, this person is obviously toxic, and it would just make us upset.
Very well. Let me play devil's advocate.
What?
I'm joking. I
No,
don't really want to do that.
no. This would legitimately make you upset. Like, that person is just, like, all around bad.
Very well, then. Oh.
Okay.
Note to self, you can get fall damage from landing on scaffoldings.
Oh, no.
I just, like... It's like a one block thing, so you just start, like, slowly, like, falling, and then it's like, oh, shit, no.
No. Okay. I read this one a couple days ago when it was first posted, and honestly, yeah. Okay, would you like me to read it out loud to you?
Sure, if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, it's not, like, super long.
Okay.
Okay. I'll read out the title. Am I the asshole? I got mad at my wife, and now she has informed me that she will no longer be getting me ready for work in the morning. Initial reactions off the title?
It's a bait title. It's always a bait title.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so into the main story. My wife and I have been together for a long time. She's been the homemaker and I the breadwinner. We have 3 kids together.
Oh, no. I the breadwinner.
I the breadwinner.
There's so many you can have that position and have so many better ways to talk about it.
Oh, do you think it's bait anymore?
Oh.
Okay. My wife has been responsible for basically everything that isn't bringing home the paycheck. I help her when I can, but by the time I get home there isn't much to do. When the kids were younger, they were already in bed, and she was waiting for me when I got home. She's balanced our checkbook and decided what goes into what account. She's done all the shopping for groceries, gifts, and home appliances. She has been responsible for taking our children to appointments, friends' houses, and after-school activities. She's been my confessor, who I share all my pent-up feelings with and get things off my chest that I wouldn't do with anything else. Anyone else. And I assume she does the same with the kids, meaning she handles 100% of the emotional labor and probably 75% of the housework. The kids don't have chores. She got the kids ready for school and put them to bed. She's woken me up, started the shower, made my breakfast, ironed my suit, and laid it out before she ties my tie, hands me my lunch, and kisses me goodbye. She's done this for over 20 years. I guess somewhere along the way I stopped thanking her since I was so used to it. It wasn't intentional, and I genuinely appreciate her, but I just didn't think to express it. About a week ago, she wasn't feeling well and didn't wake up before me, meaning that I was basically screwed since I rely on her to get me ready in the morning. It's pathetic, I know. But it's just my routine, and it has been for decades. I managed to make it to work, and I was upset with her even though I realized I shouldn't have been. But I wasn't expecting her to wake up on my own. No, but I wasn't expecting to have to wake up on my own and get ready without her. It's sad, but it's all I know. Due to me expressing my displeasure over her not getting up in time, she has informed me I'll be on my own for the foreseeable future. Look, I made a mistake and was wrong for getting upset, but I feel like I do have a right to be angry since I rely on her for that. That's the end of the story. Initial thoughts?
Communication.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yep. And see,
So obviously, this guy is toxic and needs to know how to stand on his own 2 fucking feet.
yeah.
However, if I was in his position, I too would be annoyed. Like, if I, like, was that dependent and was like, yeah, I rely on you to fucking help me get ready in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then it's like, I could understand why he was annoyed, but, like, why put yourself in that position?
Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm kind of feeling, because the wife has done that for 20 years. That's enabling at that point. Like, there's very little redeemable about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, my question is, was she sick when she woke up, or was she sick before she went to bed? Like, I don't think they clarified that in the post, but, like, you know, if she was sick when she woke up, like, there's not much planning that could have come before that. But if it was before she went to bed, yeah, like you said, communication. Like, he probably should have known that she probably wouldn't be able to help him like she normally does. Like, it doesn't take more than 2 brain cells to rev that together and figure that out.
Yeah. Moral of the story, if you're going to enable someone to do all this, you can't take the moral high ground one day and go, oh, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think both people are like, need to get their shit together.
Yeah. And then another, like, they posted a couple comments, and somebody's like, she must have been sick more than once in those 2 decades. So, you know, like, there's no way that she's gone 20 years without getting sick one other time where this has been an issue. Like, that's a lot. So, yeah, the fact that they didn't have, like, an agreement beforehand, it's just like, you know, all right, guys,
all right, guys.
All right, everybody. That's a bit much.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give OP a needs to grow up.
Congratulations, you are a giant man baby award.
Yep.
But yeah, but the wife isn't scot-free either. 20 years and 3 kids later. You want me to grab another one?
Sure.
Okay. I'll take a break on the scaffolding climbing here. Okay. I'll go to one that's not toxic Reddit.
So for those of you that might be mindlessly watching me build, I kind of just build by pattern. I don't have an idea of what this end state's going to be. I just find just like with my house with the different intricate patterns you saw, I just find a pattern and run with it and tweak it until I think it looks good. And then I move on to the next structured bit, you know. So do I know what this tower is going to look like? Not a clue. But, I'm just kind of running with it. And it works for me.
Yep. This one's not, it's not Am I the Asshole, but it's r/legal advice.
Ooh.
So the title is Sat Down on My Friend's MacBook and Broke It, offered to pay her the money for it, but now she wants more because she was upgrading anyway, so it's this or she will sue me in small claims court. So.
No way.
No, yes. But hold on, wait until you hear how much she wants, instead of the amount that OP agreed to, which is far too much anyways. Okay. So he says, I had some of my friends over at my house, and one of my friends invited one of her other friends to come over. She had her MacBook on my couch when I sat on it and broke it. Since it was completely my fault, I offered to pay her the money for it, and she agreed. She got it 3 years ago, and it cost $2,200 at the time. I told her I'd wire you the money in a week to her bank account. She's now emailed me saying that as per our conversations, she's expecting the $2,700 that I have agreed for. I didn't know why she added the extra money, so I got her number from my friend and called her to find her telling me she's now expecting me to pay for her new upgraded MacBook since she was upgrading anyway. She said if I don't agree to do that, she'll be suing me in small claims court. Can the judge agree to that? Should I wire her the $2,200 or should I just tell her go sue me?
Go sue her. Or go sue me. That a judge would laugh. The judge would laugh. That's not how logic works. That's not how our fucking economy works.
No. No, it's not.
Her attorney, if she probably an attorney wouldn't see her. The attorney would say, "Get the hell out."
This is sick.
Rough.
Yeah. But that post was 4 years ago, so there's an update. Would you like me to read that now?
Yes, please.
We have the ending. Okay. I never thought this would turn out the way it did, and I really felt like I learned so much stuff in the process thanks to all of you. Link to the previous post. I did some research specifically for repairing the screen for the MacBook, and for her particular model, it's around $310 for the screen, plus the labor cost. So I wrote her back saying, since she didn't accept my initial offer, I'm withdrawing that offer and offering to pay for the repair cost. She sent me an email calling me a bitch and that she's going to take me to court.
Nice.
I got served a few days later and went to court. I told the judge I gave her 3 options. Either write her a check for a brand new one, which was $2,200, get her a refurbished one, which would have been around $1,400, fix her current MacBook, cost around $300 plus money for labor. And OP printed out the email I sent her, the emails back and forth and stuff, and gave those to the judge. I also told him that when I offered at the very beginning to get her a new one from the Apple Store, she said, no, I want the money in cash. When I told her I'd give her $2,200 for a new one, she said okay, but later came asking for $2,700 because she wants to upgrade. I tried to show him how it's clearly visible that she's trying to take advantage of me. She gave the judge an attitude almost the whole time, which really pissed the judge off and helped my case, I guess. After listening to both of us, he ruled that I pay 50% of the repair costs since she negligently left her laptop on my couch. So I'll only be paying not more than $200 to $250 for the whole thing.
Whoop.
If it weren't for you guys, I would have paid $2,200 instead of around $200, and I honestly loved her look at the end as we walked out.
I do forget that, you can just repair stuff.
Yeah.
That might show you how I do things, but, oh, man. So I definitely would have fallen victim to this person and would have paid too much money. But that's just funny.
Yeah. Interesting fellow, isn't this person?
Oh, yeah.
But that's really sweet that, OP was like, yeah, sure, I'll pay the entire cost, up front. And then this person was like, nah, I'll charge you for $500 more bucks. That'll definitely work out for me.
Because I'm gonna upgrade anyways.
That's not the issue at hand.
Very entertaining.
Yeah. Some people do.
That's what I'm saying.
And the fact that she was so, trashy that she gave the judge attitude the whole time. That is just icing on the cake. Ooh, honestly, this reminds me of, it's not a Reddit story, but do you remember when I was a cook for the retreat center over the summer?
Yeah.
For the amateur viewers, my mom is self-employed and she owns a retreat center for a certain industry that I won't speak too much on.
Please, the way you said that just makes it sound so sus. industry
It's-
that I'm not going to.
The,
You know,
it's
you
subset
know.
of the crafts industry. How about that?
Yeah, it's a crafting. Yes,
Yes.
it is a completely harmless crafting industry.
Okay, listen. Now you're
There's-
over-explaining it and making it seem even more sus.
No, just the way you said it at first was just like, oh my god.
Listen, basically, guys, I don't want to dox myself, but my mom has a self-employed niche business that would probably identify me if I went into more details. So
Yes, but it's definitely illegal and not
no, it is
anything bad.
It's very legal, very legal, and these are all like the sweetest, usually the sweetest ladies. I want to say, like they all watched me grow up and stuff like that because I was very involved with my mom's shop. But part of that is she has a retreat for these ladies to come and work on their craft projects, and so part of that is, she has to have a cook there, or she decided that she wants to have a cook there for the ladies. And she's had, a lot of people over the years that have come and gone, and I was like, I need some extra money over the summer, so I'll cook a few times. And so this was one of those times. I was cooking for, I think, 2 or 3 days, and I was doing meals all the time. And I was socializing a lot with the ladies, and of course, part of the prep for this is I have to go and buy groceries. And now, so during the summer, one of the more popular things to do is to get like fresh fruit from farmers markets and stuff, or from supermarkets if you know like where the good supermarkets are to sell good fruit. And a popular summer fruit in our native state of Texas is cantaloupe. And if any of you viewers out there know what I'm talking about, a good cantaloupe is worth more than gold. So
I grew up farming cantaloupe over the summer, so I can contest.
oh yeah, they're absolutely incredible. And so when I was out grocery shopping, I got, I believe, 3 cantaloupes from a good supermarket, like good stuff. And, I cut that up and served that for a couple of meals. So, first meal goes around, I serve the fruit, and people come back to me, they're like, there's this one lady that, just piled on her plate with fruit, and I didn't get any. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Next time I will put the fruit, specifically the cantaloupe, in here because it's such a high value item. And, it was getting eaten, faster than I could put it back out there. So, next meal comes around and I put the cantaloupe in there with me because they have to come through like where I'm serving, the main meals and stuff so that everybody gets a piece. And so, I serve the meals and stuff. This one lady goes through, like, she doesn't see the cantaloupe. She assumes that it's going to be out there with the other fruits. And she comes back in a few moments later and is like, oh, I forgot to grab some cantaloupe. And I was busy serving the other customers. So I was like, oh, it's okay. And as I'm standing there next to the cantaloupe, this woman grabs the serving spoon and takes like a third of the cantaloupe that is in there. And I have like 10 more ladies to give this cantaloupe to. And she has left not very much cantaloupe in there. So I found out that day who was taking all the cantaloupe. And it was this one incredibly self-centered woman who was like, oh, I'm going to take all of this cantaloupe for me. Forget all the other people in line behind me. And you want to know, if that doesn't boil your blood enough and just make you want to hit something, would you like to know what this lady's name is, Studdelston? Pretend that you didn't hear the story already.
I already know the answer to this story.
But would you like to know this lady's name?
Of course.
I am not falsifying this. This lady's first name was Karen.
They exist. They are a breed. They are a subset of the human race.
They are a breed, and she had no shame whatsoever. She took all of the cantaloupe, the gold, the star of the show, and she decided she needed all of it for no reason other than greed and gluttony.
Ooh, quick question. Can you get me some birch logs if you're not working on something?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, just birch logs, please.
Yep, I know where some are because I am an explorer type.
Very good. Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu. It's Pikachu. Fuck.
Fuck. This scaffolding stuff, it's a bit weird to learn to use, but it's pretty useful.
Probably pretty similar to redstone, honestly.
What do you mean by that?
In that, you know, not a lot of people know the mechanics of it, but once you figure it out, like, you can do some cool stuff with it.
Okay, I was about to say.
Very simplified version.
Yeah, they work like redstone in some capacity.
Sorry. Yeah, you're a bit of a redstoner, aren't you? A redstone engineer, you would say.
I'm a bit of a stoner.
Very good.
Nah, I'm a cigar person.
Nice. How many birch logs do you think you need?
That's a good question.
Because I have almost a full stack of logs.
I'm currently making a floor of slab birch.
So probably 43 logs will be enough to start you off.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, didn't put my elytra on.
Don't you hate that when you fall in the lava and die?
Do you have a story behind that?
Dude, do you know how many netherite sets of armor I've lost to like not putting elytra on and jumping off of something?
I wouldn't think that you would lose that to lava, though.
Yeah, well...
You did anyways? That's... This guy
yeah.
uses netherite armor in lava, guys. Okay, do you have a crafting table here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Here is your logs. Hey!
Don't push.
Come here. Here you go. Oh no.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know I was one axe away from ending your career, so...
Why do you know that?
Because... you weren't wearing armor, and I know how much damage someone can take.
Uh-huh. So if I told you I lost maybe half a heart, that might upset you.
No, it wouldn't have upset me, just...
Okay, so... You were wrong, but anyways.
Very well.
So yeah.
I'll just go harder next time.
That's a little sus.
It's only sus if you make it sus.
Yes. I will be doing that thing. Do you want me to bring up the scaffolding that you've dropped so far?
Sure. I definitely have the inventory space for it.
Just based off the inflection on the shore, I don't think I'll be doing what I said.
Why not?
Because of that right there. I just realized that you have the potential to hurt me a little bit more. No, don't listen. I'm here trying to help you, and you have some salt in your blood levels.
Alright, do you have any good stories for us, Miss Reddit person, ma'am?
Let me hop back on my surfboard and surf the internet waves to find more.
Oh my god. Who are you, and where's the Shelby, you internet dad person?
I do enjoy my dad jokes.
Damn.
Do we want to do some... Today I fucked up?
Hey, you're the arbiter.
Well, I haven't even read... Okay, I just read their fucking username. Their fucking username is Gregorian Chant 1. What the hell?
What? What does that even mean?
I have, like... There's something in my brain that I know what that means, but it's not coming to me at the moment. But
Damn.
The title of this is, Today I Fucked Up by Accidentally Sexting My Girlfriend's Sister and Discovering She Has a Crush on Me.
No.
Not...
No.
No?
There's no such thing as accidentally sexting someone.
So we're skipping this one?
I would like to hear the bullshit that this guy is about to try to spit out.
Also, this is on the same updates account as the last one, so I'm curious to know what the update would be.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah. One moment, I've got to hydrate myself. Shit. Editing Mike.
You good over there?
You can just cut out those awful noises that were just made. I don't want girls. I don't want people to know that girls make nasty noises.
For my mature audience who's lasted this long in the conversations we had, girls make very gross noises.
Is that gonna be my running joke now, like throughout the series?
I don't know. I'll just make it worse and worse every time you bring it up.
Very good. Okay. Little backstory. I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 4 years now and would never cheat on her. We have a very intimate relationship and live together. I am very close with her family, who like me a lot. Oh. Okay. The sentence was meant to be read as, I naturally have her father, mother, and sister's phone number. However, the way that this was formatted, it cut off with a comma at, I naturally have her father. And I was very, very confused by that stipulation.
Whoop.
Okay. We have been planning Thanksgiving dinner for the past few days. We switch off every year with her and my family. With her, this Thanksgiving was with her family. I've been out of town for the past week for work, and I've been communicating through text with her and her family. This is where everything went wrong. I was texting my girlfriend and her sister at the same time. I was texting her sister about her staying out our place after dinner. She didn't want to pay for a cab back to her place. Meanwhile, my girlfriend starts texting me from home, giving me from not safe for work pics and dirty messages. I am responding back and forth. She asked me, show me what you got right now. Right as I read that, I gotta... Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm getting shot at. I need to solve this problem. This is a dilemma. Go away. Very good. Goat, you're not doing a good job of protecting me.
He isn't being the goat.
He is. Come on, man. You're not being the goat right now. Okay. So right as I read that dirty message from my girlfriend, I get a call, work stuff, and I have to take care of that really quick. Midway through the call, my girlfriend's sister texts me back about staying after Thanksgiving. In my hoarding rage, I didn't notice she had responded. I just took a picture of my dick, clicked the first option of my phone, and sent the pic saying, you think you can handle this? About 2 minutes later, her sister texts me back, I've been wanting it for the longest time. Needless to say, my response to her wasn't what she wanted to hear, and my girlfriend is pissed. Thanksgiving will be fun.
You the dumb fucker. Oh my god.
Oh no.
How? In my horny rage?
Yep.
No. My god.
So sometimes it can happen on accident.
I think he's just dumb as hell. That's what I think.
Yep. So, would you like to proceed here to the updates portion?
Please?
So, OP put a series of edits to the post. The first edit said, well, first of all, there's a sub-note on the original post. For all of you asking, my girlfriend is the hotter sister.
Of course, it's Reddit. It's Reddit. You know, why am I surprised?
Yeah, of course.
Which one's hotter? Because that's important.
Okay. Edit 1. People asking if I told my girlfriend. Yes, I did. She was angry, but understood it was a mistake and I didn't mean it. She's more upset at her sister.
Well, yeah, we'll get to the sister. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Edit 2. To those asking if her parents know about this. No, they do not. We are going to see them next weekend, though, and we're going to tell them then. I don't like secrets.
No, what? No.
Hold on. Oh. Edit 3. You guys seem very on the side of don't tell the parents. This isn't my choice, just so you know. I'm completely leaving this up to her. She said she wants to because she wants this out in the air. I told her we could do that with just us three talking. I'll let you guys know how that conversation goes. Edit 4. She has decided not to tell her parents after your guys' comments. Rest assured this will stay between the three of us. Edit 5. To those of you asking, why did you tell your girlfriend in the first place? Guys. Why would he not? You've never been in a long-lasting relationship. Secrets are basically non-existent. Honesty is the best thing. In retrospect, could I have kept this a secret? Maybe. But I'm not willing to take the chance of her finding out down the line and being upset with me and losing her. Edit 6. Yay, front page. Edit 7. A lot of people giving me shit for telling my girlfriend. Calm down, people. I handle something one way, you can handle it another. You never know what you'll do until it happens. Dude, why are that many people upset? Okay. Edit 8. For those wondering how the conversation went between my girlfriend and her sister. It's as awkward as you can imagine. To the sister's credit, she confessed that she actually is attracted to me and apologized for responding. I apologized for not looking who I sent it to. My girlfriend and her talked privately for a while. All seems well, they hugged, and she's staying for Thanksgiving. She's on close surveillance, though. Oh, there was a legitimate update. Oh my gosh, there were multiple updates. What the hell? What?
Okay.
Do we want to go on from there? Like,
sure. I feel like there's going to be more interesting things that come from this.
yeah. Okay. Now to what happened on Thanksgiving. So my girlfriend's sister showed up Wednesday afternoon, and everything was going perfectly fine throughout the day. I left around 4-ish to grab some beer and wine before Thanksgiving. When I came home, I could hear yelling from the front door, and when I walked in, it only intensified. My girlfriend and her sister were in full-fledged fuck you mode. Once I walked through the door, they both stopped yelling, and the sister went upstairs. I asked what it was about, and it was about the sexting incident again. I got them both together and asked them to just play it off until Thanksgiving was over and we could talk the day after. Thanksgiving happens, there was a lot of tension in the air, but they played it off pretty well, nothing too suspicious. Her parents don't suspect anything and they left all good. Literally 5 minutes after they left, the house exploded. My girlfriend was yelling at her sister for eyeing me all evening. I genuinely didn't notice, but I am somewhat flattered. I told them to calm down, and they both told me to fuck off, basically. And I ended up sleeping on the couch last night. Now here I am about 20 hours after being banished to the couch. My girlfriend's sister left in the morning, didn't say goodbye, just left a note saying she wouldn't be talking to us anymore and to enjoy Christmas without her. My girlfriend proceeded to break down into tears and blame me for all this. We talked about an hour ago, and it's better now between us. But I'm pretty sure I broke two sisters apart. And there are more updates. Do we keep going?
Please.
Okay. Hello again, Reddit. It's been 3-ish months since my last post about this, and my inbox is having a slow death. Quite a bit has actually happened. I messaged the mods. So this is it. Stop PMing me. The girlfriend's name is Megan, and her sister is Amy in this post. So after Thanksgiving, Amy stopped talking with us entirely. We tried calling, texting, we even went to her apartment, and were told she had moved out about a week earlier by her ex-neighbors. Megan, the girlfriend, asked her parents if they had heard from her and said that Amy visited, saying she was moving to another state. Her parents were surprised we didn't know about it, and proceeded to ask a lot of questions that we dodged around, trying to keep them out of the whole mess. Megan used her parents' phone to call Amy. She picked up and immediately hung up right after she heard Megan's voice. I told Megan she just needed to give it some time and let everyone cool off until things got better. In February, Amy called Megan. I wasn't home when the call happened because of work, but the conversation was not productive, according to Megan. Amy called saying she wanted Megan to know how sorry she was and she didn't mean for this whole situation to be so screwy. Megan told her it was all water under the bridge. She wasn't mad anymore, understood you can't control feelings, I'm a bit of a doofus, and you get the point. Amy didn't buy it, and admitted she still had some feelings for me, which proceeded with Megan getting really pissed off. I hate both of these girls. Amy getting upset because Megan said it was all fine, but apparently it isn't. Amy hangs up. Megan vents to me about how she could still have feelings for me. I was a little pissed at the time as well, but as we all know, getting over a crush was a lot easier said than done. Megan realized her mistake of blowing up at her, tried calling over and over with no avail. At the end of February, I got engaged. This may seem like horrible timing, but Meg and I have discussed marriage previously, even before this debacle. It was our 4-year anniversary since dating, and I could tell she wanted me to propose. Baby talk, looking for a house, subtle stuff. As you can guess...
Subtle stuff.
Yeah, real subtle. As you can guess, she said yes. Her parents had given me their blessing, yada yada yada. Didn't get a call from Amy. 2 days ago, Amy showed up at our door. Tears were shed, many apologies, congratulations on the engagement. I excused myself to let them talk, however, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't eavesdropping a tiny bit. Short style, Amy has a boyfriend now, got a really nice job out where she moved, would like to come to our wedding. Of course, Megan and I are extremely happy this whole mess is mostly sorted out. It was a little awkward talking to both of them together. I'm sure there will be a running sexting joke among us for a while. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And that was 6 years ago.
So here's my opinion.
Okay.
First thing. Your relationship is your own. Your relationship isn't your parents' relationship. You don't need to go before your parents with everything you do for the rest of your life and have their blessings and opinions. I could be wrong. Respect your parents, of course. But they aren't your gods, and they don't need to fucking be up on all the fucking drama that you deal with.
Yeah.
If they help you through stuff, that's one thing. But you don't have an obligation to fucking tell your parents shit.
Yeah.
Like these people. These people are obviously like immature. Like they're, I don't know how old they said they were, but they sounded like they're fucking 20-year-olds.
He didn't say.
Okay. I'm a 20-year-old, and these people sound like they're fucking 20-year-olds.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. So that pissed me off first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first thing that got me. Second of all, guys, sexting, it just opens yourself up for trouble. I've gotten, when I was younger, I got myself into some shit for it. It's just not a good idea. Just go have actual sexy time.
Well,
please.
For some people, like, online stuff is, the only viable option for them. But
no, that's fair. Like, I care for that kind of thing, but like, just be fucking smart about it. If you're like,
don't be
taking work calls.
Yeah, like, just take a step back and like take a moment to readjust yourself, and then look at who you're texting. Yeah. Also, the sister. I mean, honestly, both of them are nasty. I don't like either of those girls. But the sister, girl.
Your first response: oh, this was totally meant for me. Time to air out my feelings.
Yeah. Like, you're talking about Thanksgiving prep, and you don't think to question, oh, why did he send me this? It's, oh, yes. I accept.
Sexy time, right now.
Right here, right now. Like, she had to have been thinking about that. Like, that had to be on her mind right then, and that's kind of gross.
Like, I get it. You're going to like people. You're not going to be able to control it. Like, it happens, but...
Like... Yeah. This is coming along really well, by the way. I like the style.
Thank you. Again, I'm just building onto patterns.
Yeah.
And these stairs are giving me a headache, however.
It looks nice if it's any consolation.
I appreciate it.
Would you like me to try to continue the pattern with you?
I think it's done. Well, I don't know what the next pattern. I'm just dealing with these stairs right now.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I meant with the stairs, because I thought...
Well,
no,
it's... Oh. Yeah. Okay, can you please...
What?
Fix that, please?
Okay, what's the pattern?
You see how it's just going around? See how it's just kind of weird there?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You gonna be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
Very well.
Does this solve the problem? No. Okay. Where are we going now? What are we doing? Okay. What's that? Okay. What?
Try like digging all the stairs up and just putting them back down. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, I think that may be the way to go about it.
That's gone.
What's wrong?
I just lost the stair to the fall.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Ah shoot.
Oh shoot. Here we go again.
Oh shoot. Here we go again. People are crazy, man.
Yep. Okay. Nope. Wrong way. Boop-ba. Okay. So like that. I'm terrified of falling down here. Okay. Ba, ba, ba.
No. Fuck.
Okay. And then the one on the inside goes that, right? No, it does not.
I can hear the noises of your mouse scraping against your desk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We need to get you a mouse pad.
Yeah. I've gone so long without one.
Damn.
Go like that, right?
Okay.
I think I'm getting it, slowly but surely. Okay. Right? No. Okay. Needs to be a little bit sooner. Yeah. Right? Does it appear that I'm doing it right so far?
Here, I'll have to restart it because the face of it, the one facing out I did first. So how it's something like that. Yeah. And then we boop. And then doot. And then something like that, you know.
This was your pattern. I don't know. Do we want to keep recording?
Did you want to find another one, or do we want to stop it there?
We should probably stop it there. It's already going to be a lot of editing for you.
It's a pretty straightforward episode.
I know, but we've been talking for probably close to an hour.
Let me check. Okay, well, actually, I can't check without stopping the video. So, yeah, that's our update, guys. This is my wizard's tower that's super tall that we're working on. And I will show you an update of it later, and then maybe there will be more stories.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else from PorpleMongoose?
PorpleMongoose. No, I think this was a, slightly less, okay, stop it. Stop it. Thank you. This was slightly less, maybe, entertaining and more just a chill vibe, And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A little bit less, yeah.
Anyways,
Slightly
thanks for
less
watching.
attractive.
This will like and subscribe. We care for feedback, you know. And have a great day.
Bye.